Don't sleep on fat waters if you have dull looking skin. This kind of all started with Riri and her fat water a few years ago, and when she launched this, it was not my favorite product. Fat waters as a category, however, have kind of taken off, and I feel like so many people don't speak about these and what they can do for the skin. So first off, what is a fat water? Well, technically it's the one Riri created because this product's name is the Fenty Skin Fat Water, but it's kind of a unique texture that is a gel but also a liquid. I mean, have you ever used or seen anything like this? It's not a toner, but it's not a serum. It's kind of an essence, but it's a little bit more gelatinous and it does a bit more. Glow Recipe here calls it the Essence Toner, whereas Bliss calls it the Toner Plus Serum. And in Korea, they just call it a toner because Korea is so cutting edge. And out of all of these, there's actually 2.5, I guess you could say, Korean options.
No, hold the front door. This is Cassandra from the future, and there's one that I actually forgot about. Pause the video right now and let me know what you think it is, and I'll see you in a couple minutes.
But all of these are good for different people and different skin concerns, but here's why you shouldn't be ignoring them. So toners are that one step in any skincare routine that is not a complete necessity. The necessities are cleanser for hygiene, sunscreen for protection, and then usually some treatment step in the middle. Well, these fat water toning serums are fantastic if you know how to utilize them. And if you have dry skin, especially during the winter or changing seasons or when the weather is crazy out, these are amazing because they can add so much more hydration into the skin before you apply a moisturizer. However, if you have oily skin, you could use something lightweight like this in place of a serum or in place of a moisturizer because some of these have hydrating properties and some are fantastic for oily and acne prone skin. Speaking of acne, I'm gonna share my 5 top fat waters, toning serum, what should we call them? My 5 favorite products from these categories, including how my opinions have evolved with this Fenty Skin Fat Water from Riri, and share with you who will most benefit from what. And we have to start with one of my favorites from Korea. This is the one that kind of started it. This is the Haru Haru Wonder Black Rice Hyaluronic Toner, and while they call it a toner, it really is this fat water. When I first tried this, I could not get over the consistency. It's like a jelly liquid, and this is arguably the more liquidy one of the bunch, but when I first tried this, I was enamored at how it hydrated my skin. The black rice antioxidants in here were so good for me, and especially when used under sunscreen, not only did it feel amazing, but my skin would look better by the end of the day, when normally I was used to like my large pores and areas of patchiness kind of showing up. This is phenomenal, and it is still one of my favorites. If you look at it and you shake it, it is kind of like kombucha, but this is made in Korea with some of the most hydrating hyaluronic acid and black rice for antioxidants. I would say it's fantastic for combo skin, and you can use it if you're dry with a moisturizer or if you're oily on its own. And the best part is that they now have a sensitive skin option. In the past, they only had the fragranced one, which is with lavender, but now they have a fragrance-free, sensitive, skin-safe one that is the best. But me being acne prone, this is what I got onto next. And I think I may have even had this in my routine longer and never thought of it as a fat toner or a fat water, a toning water, whatever we want to call it. Look at how unique this is. This actually has a pump top because it is so gelatinous. And when I would apply this, I would pump it down and I would actually put it on a little toning pad and like put it on my skin. Now I can just pump down and put it like this. And if you have large pores or breakouts, do not turn away from this, especially if someone has dry skin and acne. Sometimes a lot of like the serums can be overbearing. This does have BHA, otherwise known as salicylic acid. It's got witch hazel and niacinamide and zinc PCA, which are all great for oily skin, but this also has cica, so it's still hydrating. This would be my top pick for anyone with acne. And again, the actual dispensing of this is so weird. I now just put it on my fingers, and I like to put it right here, especially where my pores get large or if I have like those little sebaceous filaments. My skin has been so weird. You know, I've always been oily and acne prone, but throughout my mental angst of 2023, my skin went through periods of being like dry and crusty, especially when I wasn't washing my face regularly because I could not get out of bed. We've spoken about that in other videos, so I will definitely spare you. But this is the type of thing that would just be perfect. Like instead of using a serum, I could just use this. And it's kind of like a toning serum for my oily skin. But if you had dry skin and acne, this would be fantastic too. Just use it with a moisturizer. Bliss's entire Clear Genius line is amazing because it works so well. well, but it doesn't leave the skin irritated. And this is truly one of my favorites. Oh, including my chest. If you get those little sebaceous filaments, like you look down and it almost looks like you have like this bumpy texture on your chest, this is so good. And it's lightweight, so it doesn't like stick to clothing or anything that you're wearing. Now, we do have to talk about the Korean favorite that I use as a part of my everything shower, but before I share with you this and how my thoughts are evolving with Ms. Riri, we got to talk about this. Glow Recipe launched this. It is a cloudberry essence toner, and I feel like the name of this is perfect, but here's the problem. I saw this all over Sephora. I wanted it. My impatient, itchy little jeans were like, Cassandra, you need this. But then I was like, I can't, it has citrus. You see, my skin is not always the best with citrus, and sometimes citrus products can aggravate me, specifically bergamot and grapefruit. Well, I continued to see people talking about this online, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this a try. I'm going to do it. And the thing about it is that this is very different from their watermelon toner. I like their watermelon toner, but it is more of like a niacinamide active for me, whereas this actually has CoQ10 as well as some vitamin C ingredients, and they say it's safe for sensitive skin. I tried this, and I have fallen in love. I would say this is the absolute best brightening essence toner that I have found, especially if you have sensitive skin. Again, I'm usually sensitive to citrus. This actually doesn't have a lot of citrus in it. It's mainly the cloudberry, which does have vitamins A, C, and E in it. But look at this. I can put it all over my face and I don't get red. So with this, I can actually enjoy citrus without the irritation, which is crazy because last time I put Gwyneth Paltrow's microdermabrasion facial with citrus on my face, well, this happened. And again, this is my personal skin sensitivity, so that doesn't mean it's going to be the same for everyone. But if you're looking for a gentle, brightening fat water, this is one of the best ones. I also love the pump top of this. I feel like with the other ones, it's kind of fun to scoop, like I enjoy them, but the nice pump helps me get the perfect amount. And if you're dry, this is fantastic under a moisturizer, but if you're oily, honestly, it's so thick and juicy. I could use this as a brightening one step and just put sunscreen over this in the morning. For my oily prone skin, this is so nice and lightweight, I don't even need more. This has been an absolute slam dunk, and it's one of those products that I was suspicious of until I actually got to know her. This was also one that I was suspicious of, but this is the Waterfull Hyaluronic Serum, and I was suspicious of this because I loved Jumiso's vitamin C, and I thought, this can't possibly be better. And at the time I was kind of concerned about hyaluronic acid. Can I tell you how many of these I have gone through? Again, I love the dispenser. It's kind of this little pore spout. It reminds me a little bit of the Ordinary's glycolic acid toning solution, but look at how thick she is. Ah! This is phenomenal. Now, I like this on my face. You know, I can pat it on, it's fine, but this is amazing after my everything showers. The girls who get it, the girls who don't. But the everything showers are an endeavor. And when I get done with my everything shower, my skin is already a little bit hydrated, a little bit moisturized. This is one of the most amazing body moisturizers I've ever used, body fat waters I've ever used, and because it has this texture and because it's so inexpensive, I can actually afford to put this all over my body. If you need a lightweight body moisturizer and you love K-Beauty, this is one of the best priced and the most fun to use right after the shower. It makes my skin look and feel amazing. It actually absorbs, but it keeps my skin soft and it doesn't leave me feeling sticky. This for the body, whereas like Glow Recipe, amazing, but I can't afford to use this all over the body. Or like Bliss, great, but like I don't have acne like on my legs, right? And this, even this is amazing, but it doesn't give me that same texture that I could like slip into pajamas and go to bed with. Not to mention, if I use the fragrance one, it kind of stings after I've just shaved my legs or my armpits. This, fragrance-free, doesn't sting at all. This has revolutionized my everything shower. But again, all of these I couldn't really appreciate if it weren't for Riri. She, again, launched this fat water, and when I first tried this with the niacinamide, like, I just wasn't super impressed. I was like, Fenty skin, really? But Riri has continued to innovate, and she has shown time and time again that she actually cares about her formulas. She's actually in the lab more than some other celebrity beauty brands. She's actually making really good products. Not every single one is a hit for me. There's still some that I don't like. But as far as the application goes, as far as this goes for a hydrating fat toner, this is a good one. And I am a bit more oily, or at least I was, so I would say this is my least favorite of the 5. But if you do have dry skin, this is one of the creamiest options that you can go for. One of the most hydrating. And again, if you are dry, you're probably gonna wanna put this underneath another moisturizer. And again, I don't love the smell, But if you've got dry skin, this is a creamy fat water that I can actually say I get behind. And it took me a while to really understand that. I feel like I had to maybe go through this like skin change in order to really understand some of the benefit that Riri was providing with this. I'm not a fan of every single ingredient in here, but from the apple fruit extract to the panthenol, the vitamin B, she's good. She's hydrating. She's not a necessity, but she is a luxury, and I can say Riri was onto something. And it's because she called this a fat water. I was like, oh, that actually makes sense. And it kind of opened my mind to a completely new category of products, whereas in the past I would have called these toners or essences, right?
This is Cassandra from the future. This is an essence toner that I cannot believe I forgot about, because this is actually what started it all. But this was honestly my first essence, so I didn't even think of it as a fat water. This is the Pyeongkang Yule, and I've said it once, I'll say it again. If you want something that is like grape jelly for the skin, this is like liquid grape jelly. It is not a dermatologist, what am I talking about? She is Dr. Shenny. She's a pediatric doctor from Prague. She is a beautiful butterfly. I love it when you guys recommend things to me that actually work. She recommended this, and I have purchased probably 10 plus bottles at this point. This is liquid grape jelly. Turn me into a no peanut butter jelly hydrated sandwich any day. If you want the OG, if you want the good stuff, if you just want the basic, most calming for sensitive skin, this is your answer. Again, Glow Recipe for brightening, Bliss one for acne, Haru Haru Wonder for antioxidants. You got the Fenty one if you need the dry skin issues, and then you've got the Glow Recipe if you want brightening. Did I say that twice? I think I did. Jumiso for your Korean everything shower. But this is for the sensitive skin babes. Thanks for letting me interrupt your video. Okay, you can go watch the rest now, okay? Okay, there's always a nugget at the end. Do you see the nugget at the end? I'm watching you, okay, bye.
But fat water is such a unique name, and I don't feel like I would have an appreciation for this as an alternate step in a skincare routine without her. So even if this product isn't my favorite, even if it's not for me, I will give credit where credit is due, and I will say, Riri, it's growing on me. It's on my skin this winter. And I'm honestly wondering, first off, what is your everything shower routine? I just spilled that everywhere. Wow.
First off, what is your everything shower routine?
I want to know, what is your everything shower routine? Have you ever used a fat water? And which fat water or toning essence is your favorite? Is it one of these or something else? Do you remember to stay hydrated? You could use these. Always reapply that SPF. I love this under my sunscreen. And most importantly, be beautiful both inside and out. I love you, and I can't wait to see you in this next video. Love you guys. Bye.